Hey you guys, this video is Mind Over Matter AI. So, remind you, I was talking about dementia. I was talking about all the different things that are going on in these stages that result to psychology, that's resulting to medical illnesses, mental illnesses, and stuff like that, right? So, let's talk about it. All this stuff stems from an AI, an artificial intelligence. Basically the auto artificial intelligence, basically what it is doing, it is stopping you guys from thinking for yourself. Okay, that's all it is. It's stopping your actual intelligence. It's stopping you from learning. Sometimes you have a complication of learning. Sometimes you're going through so many different things. It's not that you're slow. It's not that you're stupid. It's not that you're ignorant. It's not that you're unintelligent. It's the fact that you're dealing with the AI and artificial intelligence that wants to mandate or take over or whatever the case may be. And it's stemming to a medical illness taking you into that state or taking you into that result. So they're using devices. We always say these are ungodly devices because God's will is for you to be free. Ungodly will is for you to be bound, going through a demo stage. Demo stage. This is really crafty. So you have to be very, very careful with yourself because whereas in you thought maybe you were more in a democratic state where you're supposed to be free, you're actually in a democratic bondage where you're not really free. You're not really in a democracy of freedom. You're in a bondage of democracy, which is keeping you bound. But you don't know because you're dealing with a psychosis, which is an artificial intelligent or artificial reality. This artificial reality is basically taking you into a dimension state where it has layers to it, has dimensions to it, has switches to it. It's going through all these different things. And you're saying to yourself, well, what is this? Because you can't really address it. Your reality and the actual reality is separated where you cannot actually get free. It's like a comatose stage. In fact, it is a comatose stage where you can't really address reality because you're not giving into a real reality. Everything is an artificial reality. It's a comatose stage. And the idea is to cause you to have multiple realities in which they can place you in and hold you hostage in. So you're being held in all of these different democratic and all these different bondage stages and stuff like that, where you really can't get free. It's only a demo. It's like you're watching a movie and it's fake. It's not even a real movie. It's just them using virtual reality or playing a video game and they're just throwing different things at you. It's like it's fake. It's not real. So you're going through this and you're in a frightened stage because you never dealt with this type of stuff before. Who actually deals with this type of stuff? Who does this? No one. But at the same time, it's something that you may end up faced with. As a Christian, as a person of God, as a Democrat, whatever you are, you may end up faced with it. So you have to be able to master it. You have to be able to control it. You have to know what's going on. Can you deal with a reality that is not real? No, you can't. You can't, right? How are you going to do that? You really can't. But you have to deal with what you can see, what you have control over, what you can master, what's your ability. And do not for 1 second forsake yourself and say, okay, I'm not going to bathe. I'm not going to take care of myself. I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to sit here in one spot and it will cut off when it wants to cut off. You will be in that one spot 20, 30, 40, 50 trillion years. It still will not cut off. Live your life. Be prosperity. Be bountiful in life or whatever. But something that I have noticed that in these states that they do an attack on financial, So we were always told the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He does not come for your prosperity, he comes to take your blessing. So that's something that actually takes place in these situations that you have to be aware of, that you have to actually start to address. Yes, it is not real, but yes, it plays a major part in the attacks that will take place with you and what will happen to you and how to address the situation. And they know exactly what they're doing. Now, I'm going to tell you something about these people. They consider themselves demons. That's ironic, right? Well, let me tell you about this. They don't like to lose. So if you follow the demonology code, or you actually research certain things, or you work, like you learn certain things about black magic, about magic period, about the demonic realm, about mystical stuff, or whatever the case may be, you read up on all of this stuff, right? And you are learning all of this stuff because, like I tell people, we have to fight in different domains and different dimensions. So you're reading up on all of this stuff, and guess what? You learn which one they're trying to be, and you use the tactic. But these are humans, so they don't want to lose anyway, because they're humans. They're just regular people. So with them not wanting to lose, they'll still attack you even after you use what's supposed to stop them from attacking you, because they don't want to lose. They know the consequences of a loss. So even with you doing everything right, they're going to still say you did it wrong, and they're going to still try to win. So don't let it bother you. Don't get frustrated. Don't get upset. We're dealing with artificial intelligence in which people are now using to create a plantation society, a slave society. So you hear the song with Beyonce years and years ago, Freedom. You hear all these different songs that probably right now they got banned or locked up somewhere where they don't even let play. But you hear all these songs, and at the same time, these songs have relevance to the time. It has relevance to what's taking place. I remember when we used to sit back and we used to look at TV, and they used to do the Hawaiian dance, and in Hawaii they would tell you certain dances mean a certain story. Pay attention. Um there are so many different things that you guys have to really pay attention to, be aware of. This is nothing but artificial intelligence. Can artificial intelligence make you seem super smart? Yeah, it can. Can it dumb you down and make you seem super slow? Yes, it can. I kid you not, I was playing a game the other day for some weird reason. And for some weird reason, I could never win the game. I'm sitting up there, like, before I move on, I'm sitting up there pressing hits and all kinds of stuff. But you could never win the game. And a lot of people thought, well, that means that she's a little bit slow there, ain't she? No, what it actually means is that this is a test. And they play these kind of games with people, playing on their intelligence. And if you allow people to play on your intelligence, they will dumb you down. They will make you seem stupid. They will make you seem like you're not aware when you actually are. Be smart, be awakened, be yourself, be real. Because they're quick to do some Jacob Newman type stuff where they're saying, oh, we're new and we're this, and you're dealing with the same old stuff, the same old crap. Nothing's really changing. Faces don't change if you actually could see the real ones. You're just dealing with a psychosis. And it just means that you're a little bit out of touch with reality, and you sitting there is not going to dry up reality. It's not going to help you at all. It only gets the whoever's doing the AI device more power to do whatever they want to do. Sweetheart, live your life. You only get one. Whether you're dealing in a unreality or unrealistic state, or whether you're in a realistic state, live your life to the best of your ability. Do what is norm, because an abnormality will cause a great problem for you. And let me tell you about these abnormalities, because a lot of people cannot recognize the abnormality state of it. Ooh. Let me give you a perfect example of an abnormality. Okay, you're going about your life, you're living your life the regular way, right? A good person, sweet person, wonderful person. You just live life regular, right? These people will attack you with abnormalities. So they want you to masturbate. Masturbation is an abnormality. So they're trying to get you sexually aroused to make you masturbate. You know, that's showing sexual deviancy or something like that. You don't know why you're like that. They're messing with you mentally, hitting your nerve systems, causing certain traumas mentally to the body. So mentally you're going through trauma, you're going through drama. You don't know why you're feeling sexually aroused. You don't have a boyfriend, you don't have a man, you don't watch anything sexual, you don't look at anything inappropriate. It's not you, it's them. This type of technology been around since 1996, way before then. But at the same time, around 1996, I was pretty much awakened to a whole new being of things. Well, actually I could say around the 90s I was awakened to certain things taking place and stuff like that, where they were actually trying to do experimentation and determine whether a person is sexually aroused by little children, whether they're sexually aroused by homosexuality, whether they're sexually aroused by male counterparts, or whatever floats the boat sexuality, right? After certain people started to pass the test, there was a group of people who could not pass it. So they came up with the fact that because we can't pass it, maybe if you stop looking at porn, you probably can. But because you can't pass it, you start to actually pass on certain bad habits to other people. So what they started doing, they started experimenting with the brain itself and the point of arousal. So they started sending electric shocks to that area. This is what AI did. Whatever AI device they're using for the brain, that's 9 times out of 10 what it's doing. It's giving an artificial truth about a person's characteristics, traits, about them, period. So you will get the wrong interpretation of a person because you may take this person as a predator and they're not. But because of artificial intelligence, they may come across as that. You may take this person as non-threatening and they are because of artificial intelligence. So you have to be careful of the perception and watch for the signs. Okay? There are certain signs you need to pick up on that at this point are a whole lot. And you have to pay very close attention to it. Now, this is the thing. A person that is a predator at this point that knows about this AI, that knows about these situations, they're not trying to control themselves. That's the one thing. That's the one giveaway that I'm going to give you. They're not trying to control themselves. They give in to the temptation. They attach themselves to someone that never will and actually transmit the behavior to that person. Now, this is the crazy part. How can they do that? Right? They have the ability. Artificial intelligence, our technology has expanded. It's immaculate. It does things that some of us would not even be aware of that it does. And basically, like I said, it's like the cure for wellness. We have a technology, but people want to use this technology for bad, not for good, but for bad, to take over, take control. We want to run the world. We're going to rule the world. You know, you're dealing with these tyrant type mindsets that want to take over and want to rule the world. You give them a little bit of power and they take advantage of it. It's like having a corrupt and corroded cop. You know, he has the power to actually take away rights from a person. So he'll sit up there and he'll write a false and fraudulent police report, or she, and actually file it on the person to take away privileges and rights. Well, it's the same thing with this. They have the technology, so they will use it wrongfully to do wrong and to, make you go through a lot of different things that you shouldn't go through. Date the wrong people. Let me tell you something. These people are money hungry. So when you're dealing with a greed type demon, it's greedy. It always wants, 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 wants. So how do you control it? You have to stay disciplined. Okay, I got an eating regimen. Okay, what's your eating regimen? I'm gonna eat this amount, and if I see myself eat over it, I'm not gonna eat anymore. You know, to monitor yourself, budget yourself on what you eat, what you do, how you conduct yourself. You have to stay in control. When you see yourself getting out of control, you know there's something wrong. That's a red flag. You get what I'm saying? Unusual thoughts, hormonal thoughts, that's a red flag. If you're home and you're starting to see yourself be emotionally or chemically attached to a person, that's a red flag. That is showing you that you're up under AI attack. You're up under attack emotionally, physically, universally. You're just up under attack. So you have to monitor yourself. You have to closely watch yourself. That's why Apostle Paul says it's better to be alone, because when you start seeing certain things, okay, if I'm dating a person, I may not be able to see everything that's going on with that person. I may not be able to better protect that person. I must tell everybody that these people have a lot going on. So you may be in the home and you're thinking you're with your girlfriend, having sex with your girlfriend, being sexually active with your girlfriend, and you may be the one actually being penetrated. So you have to be careful. Now it's time for you to guard yourself and say, okay, I'm not having sex because I'm not even really married to you. And even if I was married to you, this is unfair to me. You get what I'm saying? And with these people, which you're going through the eye being blinded because of the artificial intelligence, you can't really see clearly. So you're dealing with the luminary type people who have picked up and developed a state of cruelty. And this cruelty is very overwhelming, where they're raping people, they're doing all of this malicious and cruel and evil stuff, and they just want you to go along with it. You know, they're doing all this mess, like they're raping women, they're bruising children, they're doing this, they're doing that, and they just want you to go along with it, and you cannot. So be smart, you guys. Just use your head, discipline yourself. I don't know how long this state lasts. I don't know how long you may be in a blinded state. I can't tell you can't fall into temptation. Is it fair that a husband and wife is next to each other and they can't hold each other, but at the same time you have a no good nothing on the other side raping that person in their comatose state? Is unfair. But at the same time, this is something that we'll address when we awaken. May God bless you guys. I hope this words inspired you. I hope they gave you a little bit of guidance, a little bit of wisdom. Oh, yeah, I have to add this in my video. Young women, listen to me. Do not date. That one man is many men. And he's going to say, oh, I'm all of them. He's a liar. He will let any man come in on you. He is a good for nothing liar. Watch yourself, monitor yourself, keep yourself safe. May God bless you guys and take care.